Hey, 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 hey. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It is Freedom Friday, y'all. Yes, it is. And you also know what it is. TGIF. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank God it's Friday. For me, thank God I'm fabulous. I am fabulous once again. Once again, I'm feeling real good and I feel really blessed. I don't take it for granted. Don't think that I take it for granted because I don't. Today is a very beautiful day outside where I'm at. I hope that it is where you are too. The birds are out there singing. The sun is out there shining. Life is out here lifing. Yes, it is. And there's much for us to learn. And that's why today's topic, I hope you guys know what it is. I hope you understand it. Learn to lose. We want to talk about those setbacks to success. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Yeah, because that's important. It really is. But before we get into it, before I really take you there and we get all the way deep into the conversation, you know what we got to do first? We got to reclaim a little bit of this time for ourselves. It's lunchtime. We've made it through most of the day. It's Friday, so we've just got a little bit more time and we're out of here. We are. So we're going to take a little bit of time and we're going to do a little breath work first. You know how we do it? And I hope you're ready for it. All right? What I want you to do is inhale to the count of 4. And we're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then we're going to exhale. And we'll hold that for a few seconds. And we'll repeat that a few times. Now, you can close your eyes if you're in a place that you can do that. I don't want you to do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're actually sitting at the desk. If you got your headpods on and you're taking a listen, we'll vibrate with us and listen. But if you can close your eyes, close your eyes. You want to take it a step further, put your hands over your heart and feel that you are alive. That's you. Let's get into it. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. One more time. Let's inhale. Hold it a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Doesn't that feel great? Feels real good. Yeah. TGIF. I think it's time for us to get into our conversation. Yes, indeed it is. We are talking about learning to lose. The idea of setbacks to success, right? Let's have this conversation because we know about it. If you've been living, I know you've had some failures in your life. You do. So let's explore the powers of setback and failures on this whole journey that we're taking to success. Now, while many of us strive for perfection, and I know that you know that perfection is not really a thing, we're striving for it because we want to do well And we do everything that we can do to avoid failure at all costs, whatever it is that we feel like we can do. And we're trying to reach our goals. We want to do things right. We want to be successful. And what shows up? Setbacks. Yeah, they're right there for you. Some failures right there in your face. But they're actually valuable. I know you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear it. But you know it's true. You might be asking how. How could you even say that? You asking how. But you know. And you know that failures and setbacks are learning experiences. They're stepping stones for us to achieve our goals. So let's talk about it. Let's discuss those benefits of embracing failure, the importance of resilience. How can we turn these setbacks into opportunities for growth? I want us to share. I want us to discuss some of those everyday life things and everyday experiences, because I don't have an expert on here today. I don't have an expert or a guest, but we don't need one. It's just us. It's us and our own expertise, because we've all failed before. And we've all learned something from it. We just need to share our truths so that young people and people who are on their path to success can know that it's normal to fail, so that they know that it's normal, that they can expect it to happen. That's what we got to do. And why wouldn't we? Right? So welcome to the podcast. This is the Noontime, My Time podcast. This is a podcast where we have decided that we want to take a little bit of our time back. We want to empower ourselves. We want to take a journey towards healing and being better people. And that's not an easy journey. It isn't. And if we're going to be honest about our whole journey towards healing, our whole journey towards success, we're going to have to talk about setbacks. That's where we're here today. That's what we're talking about. While most of us try to avoid at all costs, research already shows us that actually it's valuable to learn from the mistakes that we make. They're actually stepping stones for us. And it could be a failed business, you could have a breakup, some type of missed opportunity. All of those things can happen. But rather than letting those setbacks defeat us, we can choose to embrace them and choose to have them to be an opportunity for us to learn and for us to grow. Embracing those setbacks, they help us build resilience. We get that little, toughen up a bit. Get some tough skin. Get the ability to bounce back from adversity. Individuals who are resilient are better equipped to cope with life challenges, and they're less likely to give up, because they know and they're expecting that things might not go exactly as planned. And so when those setbacks come into their journey, they're less discouraged, because they know that is a part of the process. I know you understand it. There's some people out here who you can't say that you haven't had a failure. And if you didn't take the opportunity to learn something from it, then you know that you will be making that mistake again. Another thing that I know about setbacks is that, listen, setbacks, not only are they a powerful lesson, they can also be a powerful motivator. You agree with me here? How many of you think that? I'm here to tell you. I am here to tell you that you need to embrace it. Embrace that opportunity for growth, because there are lessons to learn. Indeed, there are. Setbacks can be a powerful motivator. How is that? How is that? Because when individuals experience setbacks, they can become more motivated to work harder. Might make them push just a little bit harder so that they can overcome those obstacles and they're able to achieve their goals. They see where they made their mistakes, right? So after facing setbacks, what happens? Some people become more motivated to work harder and overcome the obstacles to achieve their goals. Yeah, there's a whole role for setbacks. Let's talk about a few of them. I think we should take a moment to talk about them. That's very important. Some of those roles are, listen, they promote learning. They promote growth. Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? Setbacks and failures teach us important lessons. They help us learn from our mistakes. They help you develop new skills, a new perspective. That's what it means. That's what it's there for. At least that's one of the roles that it plays. Right? And what about resilience? Building resilience. That's another role. So dealing with setbacks and failures help us become more resilient and better able to handle difficult situations. You'll be prepared for the future. When you come across that thing again, you know how to handle it because you've been there. You can face it. Setbacks also, they teach us and encourage us to be more innovative, to be a little bit more creative. They can spur us to think outside of the box, help us come up with new ideas, innovative solutions, things that you may not have thought about in the planning because that was the planning stage and you just couldn't foresee what would happen. But you learned. You did. So that setback, that failure, it served a role for you. Another one here that we have that I think is really, really good is that it provides an opportunity for improvement, right? Yeah, it helps us identify areas where we need to improve, giving us that motivation to work in those areas, giving us a motivation to work just a little bit harder. You know it's true. You feel me? It's happened. Another good role that setbacks and failures offer to us is, and this might be one that you may not want to hear, but if you've gone down this path, you know this to be true, and you better learn this one. It can foster humility and perspective. Yeah, it will remind us that we're not invincible, that we're not perfect, and help us to appreciate the things that we have. Yeah, I can't think of a more valuable lesson. All of these are really good, but I like that one a lot. I really do. You got to be able to be humble. You got to be able to look at things from a different perspective, okay? We're not invincible out here, and we're not perfect out here. So let's go through that list. We can go through that list again. What are some of the roles that setbacks and failure offer to us? It's promoting us to learn, helping us grow, helping us build resilience, encouraging us to be innovative, just being a little bit more creative, helping us think outside of that box, provide us with opportunities to improve. Yeah, that little extra boost of motivation because now we can identify those areas where we need to improve. And you didn't know that before. You needed to fail first. And I don't know so much that the way that we look at failure, I don't know that I like that so much because it's just such a great lesson that I can't even see them as failures. I see that failure as a lesson. And the last one I have up here is fostering humility and perspective. Yeah, you're not invincible. You're not perfect. You're going to make some mistakes. Some things are not going to happen the way that you thought that they should happen. And it's okay. It is okay. And you're going to be okay, especially if you're going to take the opportunity to learn the lesson. Overall, Setbacks and failures can be challenging, but they're very valuable opportunities for growth. So I hope you guys are using your failures and seeing those opportunities. Hope you're taking that challenge that it is offering to you. You should. We got a quote here from Thomas Edison, and I like this quote. I often try to find a quote in reference to what we're talking about, and this is a good one. He says, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And let me tell you something. If that one doesn't make you laugh, you haven't tried anything. I have not failed. I've only found 10,000 ways that it won't work. That's what it is, folks. I love it. I love the opportunity to get out here and figure out what these setbacks are trying to teach me. I see we got a comment in here from K Rose. She said, setbacks, failures have also taught me patience. Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one, K Rose. Really good patience, right? And you know why, guys? Because sometimes we might want things a little faster than they're really supposed to happen, or faster than like the cycle of how that business or that operation usually happens. You know, it's like we get excited about whatever it is that we want to do, and we want to accomplish this goal, and everybody is going to be on a track to success. But slow down, have a little patience. There's some things that you need to see. Maybe you might need to do things a little bit different. All of those things are necessary. So it's a whole lot of benefits. Whole lot. Like I said, if we're going to be honest, you will know that you've had failures. I see. Let's talk about it here. She said, "Hello. Trusting everyone is having a blessed and productive day." Well, I hope that you're having a blessed and productive day as well. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. And that's what we're doing right now. We're talking about it. We are talking about the lessons that we can learn from setbacks and failures. We're being honest with ourselves. We want to improve. We want to improve our resilience. So that's why embracing the setbacks, they help in that area. They give us that ability to bounce back from that adversity. Individuals who are resilient are better equipped to cope with life and challenges that were less likely, actually, when they build that resilience, they'll be less likely to quit, less likely to give up, you know? They'll be encouraged to keep going. And that's really important. I see people coming right on in. I see Jamesa is in the building with us today. She says, good afternoon. How are you, ma'am? Good afternoon to you. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. We're talking about failures and setbacks, talking about how we can be resilient, how we can learn from them. What are some of the things that we learn from them? KJ shared with us, she said that setbacks and failures have taught her to be patient, and I have to agree with that. Also, it kind of helps increase your self-awareness, right? Anybody agree with that? Because setbacks actually provide you an ability to reflect. You know, you can reflect on your actions. It allows you to kind of look at and identify where you can improve. Self-awareness leads to personal growth and development, and that is what you want when you want to be better. See, when we're talking about healing, when we're talking about success, people don't want to hear the component of setbacks, failures. They don't want to have that in the same conversation, but you won't have that. You won't have success if you can't see where you have failed, if you can't see where you can improve. Failure and setbacks are a part of success. That is what I want us to be able to share. And it's a conversation that I feel like if we have with each other, it's just going to help us help young people grow. It's going to help that new business and that new entrepreneur know that, hey, I'm going to be all right. I see some comments steadily going by here. I see Les Eccles in the building with us here. How you doing, Les? Les has said that failure depends on the individual. Not having a home by a certain age might be a failure for some. Being employed could be a failure for others. Well, I agree with that. I can agree with that. Failure is going to be an individual type of thing because you're going to have to look at it. You're going to have to look at it for yourself. You're going to have to say, well, whose timetable am I on? And it has to be yours. So you're going to be motivated by the goals that you set. And you can embrace those goals. But along the way, failure definitely could be a part of that path. Not could be, but will be. I see Jamesa has a comment here. She says, failure depends on how you look at it. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Ah, that is all. I've heard that one before, and that's a good one. Nothing beats a failure but a try. She says, lessons are only learned if looked at as a lesson. If your higher power allows you to be here long enough, then you will do better with what you know. Oh, wow. You just gave a whole word. I'm going to have to read that. Let me read that one more time for the people. She said, failure depends on how you look at it. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Lessons are only learned if looked at as a lesson. If your higher power allows you to be here long enough, then you do better with what you know. I agree with you on that. Jamesa also goes to say, it's like the difference between knowledge and wisdom. You preaching here today. It's an assimilation of knowledge gives you the wisdom to know better. You just have to make the decision to do better. Don't give up. Don't give up. And she's got that in all caps. She said, you have to make the decision to do better. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you do. The people in the chat giving y'all some good information out here today. I tell you what. Yes. K Rose put some hand claps up for that. I can give some claps and some snaps. I certainly agree. Also, K Rose here is in the building. She says, failure is subjective. What standards of success are you setting for yourself? What determines if you're failing? That's a very good question you asked there at the end. Because you're right, and you're pretty much on track with what Les was saying. Because it really is. You kind of have to know what your standard is because you know what your goal is. But you're going to know what your failure is based upon the goal that you have set for yourself. You'll know what your setback is based on that goal that you set for yourself, right? And the whole idea is, and what everyone here is saying and what I think everyone is agreeing with is those setbacks are powerful. They can be motivators because they really do allow you an opportunity to say, well, maybe I need to work a little bit harder. And if I work a little bit harder, maybe I can overcome some of these obstacles. It might inspire you to do something differently. You tried it this way, it didn't work. So, you got to be a little bit more creative. Think a little bit more creatively. Find some different solutions to your problems, right? Get innovative. Become a problem solver. Increase your problem solving skills, right? If nothing else, you've learned how not to do it, right? So when you encounter those challenges, they force you to do things different. They force you to problem solve. They force you to be innovative and figure out ways you can overcome them. So that is the blessing in the lesson. Yeah, and you got to be grateful for that. Also, setbacks and failures, it increases your empathy. It does. It increases your empathy and your compassion for others because There are going to be other people who may be going through similar challenges. And this leads to a greater sense of community and connection because you understand that. You can relate to that. And you've got something to share. So overall, I think embracing setbacks just help individuals develop important skills, and you need those skills. You need those skills to help you and to lead you into personal growth and into your personal success. Right? Got some great comments. I love that you guys came in here and that you shared that. Because this is what this is about. Conversation is important. We need to be talking with each other. Everything doesn't call for an expert because we have gone through enough things and we've got some expert experiences that if we have a conversation and share our knowledge with each other, there's just much to learn, much to gain. So don't look at it as a failure. Don't look at it as a failure. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep trying. There's a great comment. So many of the good comments that we've had here today, but I want to bring one up again. Let me go through them and find from Jamesa, because that was a good one. That was one of those old time sayings she said here. It was within one of her comments. I think this might be it here. Let's see. Yeah. She said, failure depends on how you look at it. Nothing beats a failure but a try. I love that. Nothing beats a failure but a try. So if you don't take anything else out of this conversation today, know this. There are lessons to learn. And what you need to learn to fail. I'm going to put it in your face so you can see it. Learn to fail. Learn to lose. Setbacks to success. You don't have to give up. There's something to learn from it. Yeah. I want y'all to go out here and be great today, because it is a great day and you get to decide. You get to decide that this is a great day. If you want to choose something else, well, you can choose that. But I want to let you guys know that there's a lot going on. I hope that you have a great weekend. Here locally, we've got some stuff going on. We've got art fields going on in South Carolina, down in Lake City. Yes, we do. That's always a fun festival, a great art festival. It started on the 19th and it is until the 29th. And I can't believe it, but this is the 11th year for Artsville. Now, I don't know if you guys know a whole lot about Artsville, but it's just like a huge arts festival in the southeast region of South Carolina, and it's held right here in Lake City, South Carolina. Now, the thing that I love about art fields is that it's like the entire city, the whole downtown buys into the culture of celebrating art, right? In every business, you get to walk in and you get to view all of this art from artists from all over the region, and they're sharing their art, they're sharing their work, and it's a beautiful thing. But also, as you go from business to business and take that opportunity to look at that art, there's art on the streets, there are artists out there, and they're sharing their work as well. So I say that to say this: More Than Words Flow will be out on the scenes for Artsville. We're going to be out there today. And I want you guys to know that we are going to bring you a little bit of poetry, a little bit of music. It's going to be some sunshine. You're going to get a whole lot of art. That's right. More Than Words Flow will be at Artsville today from 5 to 7. We will be at 101 West Main Street, right across the street from the tracks, downtown Lake City. Got some great poets who are going to be out there to share some words with you. More Than Words Flow. Mr. Tyler will be on the scenes. Io will be on the scenes. Kevin Mullins will be out there. So we've got some poets who you love, some of the local favorites. I'll be out there to share some words with you, MsTONYA the poet. Also, we have saxophonist Corey Stone, who will be out there providing some musical sounds, a little bit of jazz. It is, after all, Jazz and Poetry Month, so it's only right that we're out there for you. More Than Words Flow out at Artsville today. Yes, from 5 to 7. So catch us on the corner of Main Street, 101 West Main Street. And we hope that you have a great time. All right? So I hope you guys learned something today. I want you to take away from this that, hey, there's an art to it. There's something to learn. You can learn to lose, learn from your setbacks. So here's what we say. There's a power in setbacks. So take your power from your setbacks all the way to success. All right? That's what I want you to do. Now, before we get out of here, before I let you go, before you finish eating that lunch, there's something we should do. We want to take our time. We want to take a little breath. That's right. We breathed when we came in. We're going to breathe right on out. All right, y'all. Let's do some breath work. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold a few seconds. Exhale. And hold that a few seconds. Inhale one more time. Hold a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. And don't you feel great? I feel great. I appreciate you guys. And if nobody gave you a smile today, if nobody smiled today, you just close your eyes and give yourself a big smile and see how that feels for you. All right? Y'all be great out here. It's what we do. One love, y'all.